amateur supporting for CKRAS.org, and I'm here with a member of Shark Gaming. It's 3K2. Stefan, good to see you again. Always a pleasure. Thanks. Right, first question. The whole move to Shark Gaming and everything that happened before in terms of issues that sort of saw you move there. Can you tell us a little bit about how you ended up at Shark Gaming? Because I think a few people have been making up their own version.
You mean from CKRAS?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, no, just how you acquired the sponsorship and whatnot.
Well, we knew some of them from before. Where all the way back when some of the others were in Imperial, they were sponsored by Shark Gaming, and I don't know. Actually, I was AFK the time where I wasn't on for like a week when we got the sponsorship, so I don't know exactly how it turned out. But someone just contacted them, and we agreed to do a partnership. First, just for this LAN, I think. I mean, with the plans to just continue the partnership. They aren't a huge organization, but we don't plan to attend international LAN, so it's not a problem for us.
Oh, really? Well, I was going to ask how the transition's been going from playing in a team like CKRAS, which I think everyone agreed at the time of its demise was, the second best team in the world. You'd had some great run-ins with Very Games, and people were looking to you to be the team to beat them. Now you're in Shark Gaming, and it seems that your attitudes and goals, if you like, have changed a little bit.
Well, yeah, definitely. We stopped in CKRAS Gaming because everyone else, apart from Cajun, after home stopped. I didn't really want to spend that much time. We could have done it one more time for this event, but we couldn't find a suitable fifth that everyone was happy with. And then some of us didn't want to play as much, and Cajun did, so we couldn't really continue together. Fetish and Cajun thought about creating a new team, but Fetish decided he would rather just play a little. And then, for this event, we've boot camped just before, but apart from that, we haven't played too much. So on a few maps we're really good, but we don't have big expectations. I mean, actually, the expectations we had before this event we've already met because we've secured to go to the upper bracket. Now with Very Games Week playing, we might beat them, but in general, after this event, we aren't going to play too much, but we're just going to have good players, so we can still, if we're not top 3 Denmark, at least, I'm still going to be disappointed, even though we're not going to play a lot.
It's good to see Purity back, I think, anyway. I've always been a big fan of his, and I think he's a great guy. How's he been getting on since he returned to the game? Is he settling in?
Yeah, definitely. You can just feel that he has experience, and he really likes to play the same way we do. In CKRAS, I think the only thing holding us back was different play styles. Mm-hmm. If you see a player like Cajun, for example, no doubt he's probably the best aimer I've ever played with. But his playstyle compared to the one I like and the one Fetish likes is just so different. Yeah. So that was really holding us back. Now, even though we don't play as much, when we play really well, because everyone likes the same playing style, we're almost as good as we were in CKRAS, even though we haven't really played as much. And that's partly because Purity is just so good at moving the way we want. So yeah, that's nice.
The issue when Cajun left, I know it was a great opportunity for him to go to MTW. I don't know if you guys parted on good terms or not, or whether you guys still talk, are still friends. Is that the case?
Yeah. He came to us for comfort when he lost with MTW here. Yeah. Actually, he didn't leave us for MTW. He got that offer after we decided to follow the team. The only reason there weren't news about it was because we were settling things out with the organization. But we knew like a couple of days after HK LAN. Or actually, we were waiting for Once to make a decision. He hadn't fully decided what he wanted to, but he didn't want to play anymore. At least not for this event. So we decided to just quit the team. But there are no hard feelings.
Were you surprised that MTW lost? And did you feel perhaps sad for Rene, or were you a little bit kind of laughing about it?
Well, yeah, a bit sad for him, but also funny. We've always been a team where flaming each other has been like part of it, just for fun. So it is fun to mock him, but I was surprised they lost. But with the personalities in the team, I didn't hear what they were saying, or I didn't watch them, so I don't know if they were flaming. But with the personalities in the team, you could imagine that when they start losing, it could go really bad, as it did. So I wasn't too surprised, but yeah.
But what about the mod team? I know you'll know those guys. I don't know if you've, again, got good relationships with MSL, Nilla, Pimp, this kind of young Danish generation that are up and coming and perhaps looking to replace, older guys like yourself that are very experienced in the scene. Do you think, that they're a team that deserve respect now? Tough question.
Yeah, a little. I mean, they deserve as much respect as they get. I mean, at least in the Danish scene. No one thinks that they should be beating MTW, but everyone knows they can, and everyone knows that. I mean, we would never go into a game against them and just say we're gonna win this, because we know they have really good individual players. Well, at least aim-wise and like movement-wise. As a team, their game understanding, I don't really think. Well, maybe MSL. He actually seems to be really good these days, but the rest of the team, I think they just lack it. They lack in team understanding of the game, which is also why I don't think they're going to go far.
We also saw Very Games almost upset 969, the Norwegians. It really pushed them hard. Do you think Very Games is still going to win this event? And if you don't, who do you think will?
It's so hard to say. I think compared to other events, earlier events, Very Games aren't the kind of favorites they used to be, which was pretty clear from their result. Yeah. I still think they are my favorite. If there's one team I need to bet on, I still think they're going to win it. That little Belgian guy is going to scream at them now, and we're going to have a really hard time against them. If they beat us, I think they're going to win the tournament.
I was going to ask about that. I mean, are we going to see a resuming of hostilities between Henrik and Kevin, if that's fetish and obviously existence for people that aren't on first name terms? Are they still good friends?
Well, I don't know. Fetish is just... he's just weird sometimes. I mean, he can lose. When he loses, he becomes a big baby. And I mean, Kevin, existence has never been mad at him because he understands. Fetish is used to winning, and against him it doesn't happen very often. So he understands he's mad, and it's never been more than just a push and a few words. So it's no problem.
I think a lot of people really respect you in the scene in terms of your experience and everything you've contributed to the game down the years. I don't know if you're continuing to contribute to CS Global Offensive. Perhaps maybe you've got a few thoughts about the tournament here and the development you would like to see the game take.
I didn't actually. Well, I saw like one round of the tournament here. But it sounds. From people on what people are saying from the latest beta, it sounds as if it's a lot better. I personally haven't really played it a lot lately. I mean, for the last month, I'm pretty disappointed with the kind of feedback Valve are giving. I mean, clearly now the updates are actually showing what they should. So in that way, it's good. But just the actual feedback, the words people are hearing from them. I think it's a bit low, which means that it's like basically 4 people on the pro forums at least contributing to it, which is a bit sad. But with the feedback they've given, it's only natural.
And just last questions before you go. In terms of if Global Offensive was to take off, if there seems to go through this radical shift, and somehow 1.6 and Source people were all to join hands and we were, to be in one glorious scene, could that tempt you back to full-time playing and, going pro again?
Not really. I mean, if I'm ever, as it looks now, if I'm ever going to be like playing full-time again, it's going to be like up to this event where we pick one event, then we play for that, and then the rest of the time we don't play because we simply haven't got the time for it anymore.
Yeah, well, a lot of old schoolers are saying the same thing, man. We're all getting old, we're all growing up, but thanks, it's always a pleasure to talk to you at events. Always like it. All the people out there at CKRAS.org, do stay tuned to the website. We're going to have plenty more coverage from here at Copenhagen Games 2012.